In my previous video, I showed you how to trim ugu leaves for fast and bushier growth. And I also talked about those fresh growths that I trimmed off, how I used them to make something I call Ugu pepper soup. Ugu pepper soup is a forgotten recipe from my childhood that I believe kept me healthy for years. And I remember creating this recipe out of boredom. And back then, I didn't know that this simple meal I created out of boredom would actually do my body so much good. But looking back, I now understand why I rarely fell sick. Somehow, Ugu was always available when I was growing up. I don't remember how, but it was just always there. Fresh Ugu every day. I had no idea that what I was about to make would become a meal I would return to over and over again. So before I share that recipe, let's go into the garden and show you how to harvest ugu properly. In case you don't know how to harvest ugu properly, there's a way to harvest ugu, and if you don't do it the right way, you'll end up unaliving your ugu plants or your ugu vine. So just cut from the vine like this and take out your leaves, your fresh leaves. If you're going to make this ugu pepper soup, you need tender leaves, not hard leaves. So I'm taking a handful of fresh ugu leaves, enough for 1 serving. This is a type of meal that you don't want to keep for another hour. Just make it and eat immediately. So I was about to take tender leaves from here. I noticed that the vine had started to grow ugu pod. This ugu pod is what is going to give me seeds. In the background, that's the ugu pod there. It will give me seeds for me to regrow ugu. So I had to get my tender leaves from another vine. Knowing what I know now from gardening for 10 years about ugu leaves and its amazing health benefit. Back then, I thought I stayed healthy because of my sheer willpower. Because of my deep fear of swallowing tablets. I had a phobia for medicine, for tablets in particular. I convinced myself that my body simply rejected sickness because of that phobia. But now, after years of growing my own food and learning about nutrition, I finally realized the truth. It was the food I was eating. You can use any hot chili, any hot pepper of your choice. I'm going to use cayenne because that's what I have in my garden at the moment. Making ugu pepper soup is the simplest thing ever, and you only need very few ingredients. I mean, this was a recipe that I created out of boredom from my childhood days. After washing your ugu, cut it thinly or to your desired size. Boil water in a pot. And yeah, don't forget that you need to blend your chili or whatever hot pepper you are using. Add that to the water. Add your seasoning cube. I'm only using one, but please add to your taste. You can also adjust with some salt. Let it simmer for a few minutes, then you add your chopped ugu leaves. Don't overcook your ugu vegetable because you still want to taste that freshness from the leaves. You want the taste of the ugu leaf to gently seep into that boiling water. You can taste to know if you need to add more salt. I tasted it and it blew me away. It took me back to my childhood days when I would constantly make this and have it alone, all to myself. I don't think my brother or my sister joined me in this. I don't think they ever tasted out of it. So this is my soup. No oil, no frying, just fresh ingredients straight from the garden to my plate. This is the simplest but satisfying and nutritious soup that you would ever make and taste. Trust me, I want you to try this recipe and come back and tell me what you think. That first sip instantly takes me back to those days when I came home from school. I just made this soup instinctively. And now, after years of not making it, I realized that I need to bring it back into my diet. Daily diet to be precise. I remember the first time I tasted it, I was surprised at how something so simple could be so satisfying. Almost every day after that first sip, I kept making it. No side dish, no distractions, no meat, no fish. Just me and my steaming bowl of Ugu pepper soup. Ugu vegetable can be eaten in other ways, like in your vegetable soup, that is the edikai kong soup. I shared this, okay, I didn't share a full recipe in my video. I promised to do that, where I will also show another Ugu recipe. The health benefit of taking this Ugu leaf pepper soup is that it boosts blood production. Ugu leaves are rich in iron and folate, which helps fight anemia and keep your blood healthy. Ugu leaves are packed with antioxidants and essential vitamins like vitamin A, vitamin C, and vitamin E, which will strengthen your immune system. No wonder I rarely fell sick when I was constantly taking this Ugu pepper soup. Ugu leaves also supports digestion. This simple soup can aid digestion, cleanse the gut, and even relieve bloating. Ugu leaves are loaded with zinc and collagen boosting nutrients that promotes glowing skin and strong healthy hair. In many cultures, Ugu leaves are given to new mothers because they help replenish lost nutrients and increase milk production. If you add Ugu to your daily diet, I promise you, you must notice a difference. More energy, fewer illnesses, and an overall sense of well-being. And the best part is, it is so easy to prepare. Thank you for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye.